Learning Spanish for Beginners podcast, session 27. How to use singular and plurals in Spanish. Welcome to a new session of Learning Spanish for Beginners podcast. In this session, we will learn how to use singular and plurals in Spanish, and we will review a few examples to help you get started. By the way, if you would like to access a free guide with the conjugations of the 10 verbs most commonly used in conversational Spanish, you can go to SpanishForYourJob.com/topverbs. This guide will help you learn the 10 most common verbs in spoken Spanish so you can improve your Spanish faster. Remember, you can find it at SpanishForYourJob.com/topverbs. Okay, let's get started. How to use singular and plurals in Spanish. The use of the singular and plural forms of nouns in Spanish is relatively similar to how they are used in English, plus a few additional aspects to consider. Next, we will review a few simple guidelines you can follow to understand how to create most plural form nouns starting from their singular form. General Guideline 1 for plural nouns. Add the letter S after singular nouns that end in an unstressed vowel, such as A, E, I, or U, or a stressed letter E to make them plural. Here are a few examples. The camera in English is la cámara, singular in Spanish, and if we add the letter S, it becomes las cámaras in plural. So we go from la cámara to las cámaras. The next one. The airport in Spanish is el aeropuerto in singular. And by adding the letter S at the end, it becomes los aeropuertos in plural. Next. The passport. El pasaporte. Los pasaportes. The committee. El comité. Los comités. The dog. El perro. Los perros. Now, let's look at General Guideline 2 for plural nouns. Add the letters ES at the end of singular nouns that end with a consonant, the letter Y, or a stressed vowel except for the letter E, meaning a stressed A, a stressed I, a stressed O, and a stressed U, and not a stressed E. Here are a few examples. The briefcase in English is el maletín in Spanish, in singular form, and in plural is, if we add the letters ES at the end, is los maletines. Next, we have the station in English, which is la estación in Spanish, in the singular form. And if we add the letters ES at the end, it becomes las estaciones in the plural form. Next, the bus, el autobús. And it becomes los autobuses in the plural form. The watch, el reloj, los relojes. The tree, el árbol, los árboles. Now, let's move on to General Guideline 3 for plural nouns. If a noun ends with the letter Z or Z, replace it with the letters CES to make it plural. Here are a few examples. The pencil in Spanish is el lápiz, ending with the letter Z. Now, if we replace the final Z or Z for the letters CES, it becomes los lápices. Next, we have the voice, la voz, las voces. The fish, el pez, los peces. The light, la luz, las luces. The voice, la voz, las voces. Now, let's review a few shortcuts to understand how to use plural nouns in Spanish and make things easier for you. As you will notice with practice, a large majority of the plural nouns commonly used in conversational Spanish will be covered by these three shortcuts. Shortcut 1. Add the letter S after unstressed vowels. Shortcut 2. Add the letters ES after nouns that end in a consonant. Shortcut 3. For nouns that end with the letter Z or Z, replace the final Z with the letters CES. Yes, it's that easy. Although there are a few exceptions, these three simple shortcuts will work well for most common words. By the way, if you would like to access a free guide with the conjugations of the 10 verbs most commonly used in conversational Spanish, you can go to SpanishForYourJob.com/topverbs. That's all for now. If you would like to review a text version of these contents, you can access a PDF transcript of this session at learningspanishforbeginners.com/27. Thanks for listening to Learning Spanish for Beginners podcast. If you're enjoying this, please leave a review and let me know what is your biggest challenge when it comes to learning Spanish so I can help you. See you next time. Hasta la próxima.